A long time ago, on the continent of Orana, the once magnificent empire of stars had crumbled into oblivion. Paralyzed by its own power-hungry legions, and torn asunder by an ancient and merciless evil. But the 10th Legion, the dying empire's most valiant soldiers and most trusted, withdrew far to the west, to a land called Ebb, seeking to preserve what their empire had lost. Here, in the rugged mountains and rich valleys of their new home, they founded the Kingdom of Ebb, a kingdom that has embraced peace and freedom for 300 years. But there was a price. Few now remember the evil that opposed them. Fewer still recall the dark sorceries cast to save them. And none could foretell that one humble farmer would stand between a vengeance from the past and the survival of the kingdom.
The Krug are attacking. I couldn't hold them back. You have long been my friend, but you can do nothing more for old Merik. Go to Stonebridge. Find Giorn. If the Krug have elsewhere betrayed us, your bravery will be needed by the king. Go now.
I should have guessed you'd be cleaving your way to Stonebridge to find out what's got the Krug all stirred up. If you could spare a few minutes to help an old neighbour before you go, I've a favour to ask. When I realised the Krug were actually attacking us, I tried to get to the safety of my cellar, but they had a little welcome party waiting for me. If you need any supplies for the long trek to Stonebridge, and wouldn't mind clearing out the remaining Krug downstairs, you can help yourself to whatever you need from my stalls. My thanks for clearing out the Krug. If they're coming after farmers in our own homes, I don't doubt you'll battle many more on your journey to Stonebridge. You'd best be on your way. Watch out for yourself, and don't worry about me. I've enough supplies in the cellar to keep me going until this blows over.
Damn fool Krug. I knew they was none too bright, but today I seen everything. They torched this here bridge, and then set to driving a wagon caravan across while it was still a-burning. Now the only way to Stonebridge is that-a-ways, and that means going through the old crypts to the road beyond. You ain't gonna catch me going that way.
You are either a hero or the most spectacular fool I've ever had the good fortune to meet. Whoever you are, accept my thanks. I am the scribe Eulora. Another day forced to translate tomb markers for the Krug, and I'd have gone as mad as old Prince Edvard. These thick-headed brutes barely understand fire. How can they have now mastered necromancy? This does not bode well, but I doubt we'll learn more here. I think there's an exit just to the east of here. Shall we travel together? My thanks. I did not cherish the thought of finding my way alone. Let's make haste.
With only a name given by a dying friend, our beleaguered hero entered the battle-worn gates of Stonebridge. Who could know then that the arrival of one humble farmer from the fields would change the very course of the kingdom?
If you've come looking for help, you'll not get much here. What the Krug couldn't carry off in a wagon, they smashed up or burned. They even put Gravemaker, my blessed old catapult, to the torch, even though that beauty hasn't thrown a stone since I was a pup. It don't take a wizard to smell the goblins behind this Krug raid, but the overseer of Glacier needs to be told what happened here nonetheless. If you're up for the task, can I come along? Aye, I knew you'd be the right sort for this trek. Well met, friend.
This is a bad business, but we're not the only ones in it. These magic bits the Krug are stealing are going to some clag named Commander Grish. But there be a blasted goblin behind this, or I'm a mule's father. Me brother Turg will like us no more, but the Krug have them hurt up down below. I could truly use a hand in getting them free, if you're willing. Let's get to it. There's a score of Krug who need to relearn who rules the Glitter Delve.
Bravely done! These lot aren't much of a threat, but I'd stake me man there's someone higher up pulling their strings. The overseer of Glasser needs to be told, and soon. If you're heading that way, I'd be most appreciative if you passed the word along. I'd go with you, but I'll have me hands full getting me lads back to work, now that you wiped the filth out of the place. If the overseer gives you any guff, you can flash him me lucky amulet and he'll know I sent you. Might as well keep it. It's the least I can do for all the packing you done down here. Don't dally about. Get word to the overseer in Glassarn. We'll do well enough without you.
Our hero emerged from the wilderness with a message of warning for the overseer, and a spirit strengthened to endure the travails that were yet to unfold.
I appreciate your enthusiasm to help, soldier, but I've got a battle to plan. Doesn't take a fool to see this all start to the day our grand mage Merik vanished. Find him, and you'll find the cause of this mess. The Legionnaires tell me it's even worse over the mountain. If you want to make yourself useful, go reinforce the men at Fortress Croft. Just follow your nose through the ice caves and you'll get there soon enough.
suspended for what? Nearly a month now. Most astonishing. Their powers have grown. I should have been paying closer attention. I should have foreseen this. Blast it! The forces behind this violence will be searching for my warding staff. That's the magical artifact they're after. Thanks to me, they believe it to have powers it doesn't actually possess. But it could still be a terrible weapon in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. I'm still too weak to search for it myself, but if I lean on you for support, we might be able to find it together. Will you help? An excellent Unwise choice. Now, let's fix this mess I've gotten us into, shall we?
With the Grand Mage freed from his icy tomb, it was now clear that there was an evil hand behind the forces overwhelming the kingdom. Our hero went forth seeking clues to the whereabouts of the warding staff.
Creatures with eyes like devils. They come and they take my Sikra. They look as the evil sect of legend, but how can that be? The sect were destroyed, exterminated 300 years ago by the first king of your land. Whoever they be, they shall find my daughter difficult. She is traveler. May the road you follow be pleasant, and your vengeance complete.
I am ruined, most horribly ruined. For 6 years I have poured all my wealth and labors into planning a contest of skill, a challenge to find the greatest living archer in the known lands. But on the very eve of our contest, disaster! Our treasury stolen by goblins, our finest prizes seized. My bow and skills are all I have left in the world to redeem my tarnished name and reputation. I have followed the goblins this far, but I cannot go further without funds to replenish my supplies. If you might spare some gold, I should be glad to lend you my talents while I search for my lost treasures. With supplies short and more battles ahead before we reach another town, I would be in a sorry state indeed if I joined you for less. Once you have the sum I require, I shall be glad to accompany you. I have a bow and the will to help if you need a superb archer in your company. All I ask is a small fee of gold. The bow and honor of Phaedriel are yours to command, good friend. I am glad to join your fellowship.
You cannot know how glad I am to see another human. It seems this land is overrun with monsters. I was following the gold what's been stolen from Phaedral's archery tournament when I come to this place. Look, I know I'm young for a mage, but I knows me a spell or two, and I'd be willing to help you out for some gold. I promise I knows me stuff. I just need someone that can watch me back. I've lost every bit of my sorcering gear, and I didn't recover Phaedral's gold. I need something I can take back to my father Radicus to show him I'm not a complete mooncalf. If you don't have the gold I'm asking for now, then you can find me later. You cannot know how glad I am to by the stars. Maybe me luck's a-changing. Andemus Apprentice Mage at your service.
Wretched Krug! Wretched invaders! Everything wrecked! Sick no have magic staff! Stupid human wizard no have staff! Warding staff ours! Goblins! You all pay! I lose, but no difference. Ancient evil and humans fight now. Goblins watch, goblins laugh, goblins take what's left.
Having defeated the goblin menace in its very lair, our hero stood with warding staff securely in hand. But the ancient evil remained elusive. Time was running out, and answers were in short supply. The truth would have to be found further east, toward Fortress Croth.
At last! An enemy who doesn't cower behind walls. I thought I'd die of tedium fighting these pathetic legionnaires. Let us see if your mettle is greater than that of your worthless kin.
'With Gresh died the greatest threat to Fortress Croth, but the grave danger of a resurgence of this manner of ancient evil weighed heavily on our hero's mind.
"182 men dead. All because some fool couldn't be bothered to follow orders. A scout spotted Sek in the woods weeks ago, but didn't report it for fear the other men would ridicule him for seeing ghosts. But what else do you call creatures 3 centuries dead, eh? I'll tell you this, though. Those Droog helping the Sek aren't phantoms. If we subdue their village, we'll have this battle half won. We've still got that Droog village causing problems, but you're welcome to take a crack at it. Good enough, then. Keep your heads down, and for Azunai's sake, keep your eyes open.
So, we've retaken this worthless pile of sticks, whatever day. Have any of us seen so much as a gold piece since this mess started? Not bloody likely. I'm sick of bleeding for spit. Tell you what, you come up with a nice sum. I'll show this dunghill me backside, and rot will work for you from now on. What do you think? I think I'm going to like working for you. Good enough. Rot's your man.
Peace. We are victims all of these horrid sek. In centuries past, the sek hunted us near to extinction. When first they reappeared, our generation of warriors was yet newly hatched. Unequal to the ancient sorceries the sek threatened to unleash. For our survival, we made an unwise alliance. We would redeem ourselves. The sek plot to seize a secret chamber they believe to be within Castle Ebb. You must move soon should you wish to prevent this. As a symbol of our intentions, I offer an exchange of goods, the best wares we have to offer.
The surrender of the Droog meant the safety of the kingdom had been secured. But a warning had to be delivered to the throne before the revenant sek could succeed in their mysterious plot.
By all the powers that be, a friendly face! The castle's overrun! The bloody sek came up from below, but I don't know how. King Conread was still alive when last I saw him, but I can't find him now. I hope he's in hiding and those slimy sek haven't got him bottled up somewhere in the castle. Shall we join forces to find him, or go on separately?
For the respect of Azunai, you can't be serious, or die out here alone. As soon as you're out of sight, I'll get clomped on the head again. I just know it!
By all the powers that be, a friendly face! The castle's overrun! The bloody sek came up from below, but I don't know how. King Conread was still alive when last I saw him, but I can't find him now. I hope he's in hiding and those slimy sek haven't got him bottled up somewhere in the castle. Shall we join forces to find him? Or let's not stand about then. King Conread needs our help.
We live on borrowed time, so you must listen well and act quickly if we are to survive. 300 years ago, our ancestors entombed Commander Gom with the remnants of his Sek army, following their craven surrender to the 10th Legion. Rather than obliterate the remains of their race, our forefathers magically bound them, one by one, in the vault of eternity, as a sentence for their savagery against our people. It would appear the magical wards have weakened during Merik's long absence. The Sek that imprisoned me here somehow breached our castle defenses and caught us unaware. Unlike the rest of my retinue, I was spared. But I am sure they were simply holding me for some unspeakable sacrifice. Were it not for your rescue, they would eventually have figured out that I hold this key. Within the bowels of this castle, there is a hidden sanctuary known as the Chamber of Stars. If what you say is true, the Sek must be plotting to acquire the Imperial relics concealed therein. They could possibly hold the power to revive their Dark Lord Gom and the rest of their kin. You should hurry to retrieve the artifacts from the chamber to safeguard them. If any of them can be of use to you, so much the better. Once the artifacts are secure, I charge you to seek out and vanquish the remaining Sek before their dark vengeance can be unleashed on the good folk of Ebb. You have become our last bastion of hope. I shall remain here and pray for the deliverance of our kingdom at your hands. May Azunai bless and guard you in your crusade. Heroes of Ebb. I shall be well enough in time, but you must look to the rescue of the kingdom. our hero stepped forth from the Chamber of Stars a fearless champion, who would valiantly stride into the army of horrors that lie in wait, determined to crush an eternity of madness before it could be unleashed.
So, this is the best the kingdom has to send against me. Did Merik tell you that he came to us seeking his misplaced staff? And did he tell you that without it, he could not revitalize the wards binding us? And it was only a matter of time until we would all be free. Your ancestors put us into this hole, then told fairy tales about us to frighten their children. Eventually, you forgot that the Sec were once real, a power to be reckoned with. Pray your God is more merciful than I.
With the Sec defeated, peace once again returned to the kingdom. History would record the names of those brave heroes that drove the Sec back to the hell from which they had crawled. A hell they would never return from again. Though victory was ours, and nary a vile creature would show itself for many years, the story does not end here. There was a new plan being devised, an evil plot that would once again plunge the kingdom into war.